Hey everyone, welcome back to Anu Talk Show. In this episode, I want to talk to you the only mindset, the one mindset shift you need to have to go from one on one coaching into designing, delivering, and launching your scalable group program in the next 90 days. So, I'm having this conversation inside Leverage 20 with my clients who are ready to turn their one on one offer into a scalable group offer. And this conversation will also change how you are looking at scaling your coaching business in 2026. You don't need to be a different coach to run a group offer. So I'm seeing a lot of women of color coaches believe that they have to become a different coach to run a group program. You don't need to coach less, you don't need to give less value, you don't need to water down what you are teaching inside your current one-on-one practice, one-on-one offer. The only thing that changes is the format. So, in this episode, I'm going to show you the one mindset shift that allows you to go from overworked, burnt out one on one coach, like where you don't have capacity to take on more clients, to increase your income, and to actually live the life you desire because you don't have the capacity to run a scalable group program without losing depth, without losing client results or the client intimacy. Uh, some of my clients have this fear that when they go from one-on-one coaching to group offer, that they are losing client results, that they are losing this client accountability and client intimacy. So right now, so many women of color coaches of you are stuck in the cycle. You are fully booked or almost booked with your one-on-one clients. You have your proven process. You know what you're doing with your clients. So you have already done the hard part, which is like acquiring that expertise and teaching that, right? You are showing up on your socials, you are posting content, you are signing clients, but you feel capped. Your income is tied to your time, right? Currently, you are trading your time with your income. You are like your energy is constantly drained. When was the last time that you took time to enjoy the hobby again? To actually travel without thinking about taking your laptop with you? And deep down, you know, I cannot keep growing like this because you have this feeling like you are close to burnout, you're overworked, you're very overstimulated when it comes to your daily life, when it comes to your business. And when you think about, okay, I know I'm ready to group, but then you are thinking like, but my clients, they won't sign up because they believe they don't get enough attention. You believe that your group offer won't be powerful enough, and that you will lose the quality of your coaching. And what if like people don't get the results? Those are the thoughts that are preventing you. Even 6 months ago, you could have actually launched your group offer, but those are kind of like the thoughts that are running your system, that are running your business, and which is why you are staying where you are, even though you know you have all the proven process to turn your one on one into a group offer and have capacity again. Okay, so you currently believe that scaling means sacrificing your coaching, and that is preventing you from growing, from scaling your impact, your income, and stop trading your time for money. The truth is that the reason that you are stuck is not the strategy or the lack of strategy. It's also not your audience. You don't need to have a big audience. Write this down, okay? I hope you have a pen and paper. You don't need to have a big audience to design, deliver, and launch your group offer. What you need to do right now in order to get unstuck is how you define coaching. Because all these years you've been one-on-one coaching your clients, you have been a practitioner, one-on-one practitioner, you have been conditioned to believe that real coaching, real transformation only happens when the client get private access. Is that true? Let me know in the comments. You have been conditioned to believe that the real transformation for your clients only happens when they get more time of you and when they only get private access to you. And that thought is what is keeping you overworked, what is keeping you at no capacity, but you still don't get the courage to actually transition that one-on-one model into a one-to-many model. And this is the shift that would change everything. You are still coaching your clients one-on-one. Okay, you are still coaching your clients one-on-one. The only difference is that you are doing it in a public format instead of a private one. Let that land. Okay, inside a group program, you still coach the client on their individual problems. You still give personalized feedback. You still create breakthroughs for each client. The difference is only that the other people get to witnesses, means when you have like 10 people in your group offer, one person is raising their hand and needs a breakthrough, 9 other people are witnessing what you are telling them. Other people are learning from it and other people are implementing from it. Sometimes your clients don't even know how to articulate the question they have. And now there is another person who has the same question, and all these other people are also taking advantage from it and start to implement it right away. So instead of repeating the same coaching 10 times privately, you coach one person and 9 other people have the same breakthrough. 9 other people are also getting unstuck by being in the coaching container, by being in the same room. So, group coaching does not mean that you are giving less support, that it is generic coaching, that it is surface level advice. Group coaching means leveraged proximity, shared transformation, and leveraged results through observation. Because here is what happens, like when your clients don't just learn from you, they learn from each other in the coaching container. And that is how they are getting breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough before they even start to speak, before they even start to articulate the question. That for me is leverage. That for me is high level result that your clients can achieve by being in your group offer. And the biggest mistake I see women of color coaches make when they are trying to scale like this is that they turn their work into a course, into a $500 course, into a $900 course. And then they are wondering, okay, my clients don't finish it, my clients don't get the result, they are not motivated, they are not accountable, they don't even get engaged. And your coaching was never meant to be passive. So if you believe, let me create a passive income through a course, let this be your reminder that your coaching was never meant to be passive. Your coaching is meant to leave a bigger impact. Your coaching is meant to get your clients the transformation. So your magic is in your coaching, in your life coaching. So instead of removing yourself right now, and I don't believe that you are currently in that business season that you can actually remove yourself from the coaching. Um, I don't even have to like earn the right. Um, let's multiply yourself. Okay, instead of removing yourself, you multiply yourself by going from one-on-one into designing, delivering, and launching your group offer. So I want you to imagine this, like you show up for one call per week, you coach one client through a blog around sales. Let's say you are a sales coach, okay? And then you realize how 5 people in the group realized they had the same blog without realizing it. 3 people implement immediately. And 2 other people, they sign clients that week simply because you coached one client through that blog around sales. That is the power of group coaching. it doesn't mean less impact. It actually means more impact at a scale because you are multiplying the coaching you are giving. So the mindset shift you need to have right now is there is no difference between one-on-one coaching and group coaching. One-on-one coaching means that you are coaching one person privately, and group coaching means that the same coaching is implemented at a scale, means you are coaching one person publicly and all these other people are witnessing the coaching and realizing if they're having the same block or not. That's why before you design, deliver, and launch your group offer, you definitely need to have a program promise so that we are getting the same people with the same transformation inside your group offer. And I know most women of color coaches think, but I need to give everyone private attention to get the results. Otherwise, they won't get the results. Otherwise, they will not pay me high ticket to work with me. That is not true, because the truth is their own results comes from implementation, not access. So question yourself, how are you marketing your one-on-one coaching right now? Are you marketing it like, oh my god, when you sign up for one-on-one you get more access to me? Because even in a one-on-one coaching container, the client has to do the implementation in order to get the result, because inside coaching you are doing it with them, right? It's not a done for you service. Coaching means done with your service. You are implementing with them, you are coaching them in order to get the result. So their result also comes from implementation, not access. You're a fitness coach. You cannot go to the gym for your client to get them the result. They are getting the result because they are going to the gym, they are meal prepping, and they are actually doing the implementation part to get the result. So when clients are in a group, they stay activated, they stay accountable, and they stay in momentum because they are not doing this alone anymore. There is a group of like minded people in one sitting who are going through the same stuff in order to get the transformation they want. And I know some of you are thinking, but my clients are unique. Yes, they are. But their problems are not unique. Everyone has the same block. I have been coaching since 2017. I used to be a fitness coach, then transitioned into business coaching. And my clients, they are unique, but I've realized their problems are not unique. Every single woman of color I worked with, they have the same sales fear. They have the same messaging confusion. They have the same inconsistent sales and clients problem. They are still undercharging as the woman of color coach based on what is here. So they are still sharing the same pattern, which means in a group container, they can be coached in a shared space. Just imagine how the collective will rise in a group container because they are being coached in a shared space to get unstuck with their shared patterns. So if you're a woman of color coach and you have been feeling like, okay, I'm ready to scale, okay, you have been coaching for a while and you are seeing that you don't have capacity, you feel like, okay, I'm kind of like burnt out, and you start to see that you are losing that passion in your business. It's because you are so ready to change your business model. So if you want to scale, right, you have this desire, but you don't want to lose your coaching quality, then this is exactly the shift you need to make. Inside Leverage 20, I help women of color coaches and industry experts turn their leverage, turn their one-on-one work, like leverage that expertise into a scalable group model. We help you to become good at group coaching so that your coaching still continues to give your clients the depth and the transformation they are after, so that in that group container you are actually increasing client results and you are getting so much more client testimonials without burnout, without having a large audience, and without losing your freedom, fun, and fulfillment. Because if you don't make this shift, a year from now, you will still be trading time for money. You will still be at capacity and feeling like growth is heavy. And it shouldn't be heavy. Because if you make this shift, you create more income, you create more freedom, more impact, and you will have a lot more fun in your life again without working more, without sacrificing your lifestyle. So I know this is resonating with you if you are listening to this episode. And when you are ready to transition your one on one work, leverage that expertise into a scalable group model, DM me ready. I will send you a free training where I show you how to turn your one on one expertise into a scalable group program without losing what makes you an incredible coach. Thank you so much for listening, and I talk to you in the next episode. Bye.